Welcome back to Rubbin Minds, and now we move to technology. We're asking, can technology be the new crude oil in Nigeria? To discuss with me, I have the senior editor, TechPoint Africa, Victor Ekwalo. Welcome to Rubbin Minds.
Thank you very much for having me.
And I also have with me Toby Ayeni, Miss Techie. Welcome to Rubbin Minds.
It's a pleasure to be here. Thank you.
So, let's start off on a good note. The Regina Patches Girls Model Secondary School, a Catholic girls' school based in Onitsha, Anambra State. They won gold medal all the way in San Francisco. I'm talking about the World Tech Innovation Challenge, which held at the Silicon Valley. That's a great thing for us. They beat students from across the globe. So, Is this a sign of things to come? Is technology the in thing now in Nigeria?
Yes, so technology is what it is now. This year, compared to 5 years ago, 6 years ago, a lot of young people are beginning to catch on the trend. These girls are an example. So I was just looking, sometime in January, another very young girl won a competition, an Ericsson competition for innovation. And so these things are a trend that are on these days. So yes, it's a sign of things to come.
So tech is on trend, right?
Definitely. So I would say that, and if you look at what has happened with these girls, they actually won amongst 19,000 people who participated all over the world. And that is super impressive and shows that if we really put our hearts to it, we can actually do a lot with technology.
And I think what is so instrumental, what really is symbolic about this win is the fact that they developed a local technology to address a local problem. Because the girl said, look, too many people are dying because of fake drugs. What can we do? They weren't waiting for the government. They weren't waiting for private sector. They got together and they developed this technology. So I think it's worthy of commendation. Now, tech is the in thing now, but how much infrastructure, how much support is on ground to really make, Nigeria the next Silicon Valley?
To be honest, things are getting very much better. We can criticize all we want, but things are not what they used to be. Like, things are a whole lot better, from internet infrastructure to education to financing for tech entrepreneurs. A lot of things are now in place that did not used to exist. Now, these are the things that have made so we said tech is the in thing, right? These are the things that have made the barrier of entry to tech really low. Like, it's easy enough for anybody to go in and say, I'm a techie, I know how to code, I can build something with technology. So it's all these infrastructures that exist. Yes, they are not enough. They're not even sufficient, but they are there. They are more than they used to be, which is a good thing.
And let's look at girls in tech. Miss Techie, what has your experience been like so far?
So, like you said, before now, it was really bad. Before you could find a girl that is really interested in tech, it would take a while. But thanks to, would I say, the advent of social media, we've seen a lot of people that are actually developers, coders, females who are doing amazingly well in technology. And organizations have also come up to actually promote girls in tech. Like, there's an organization called Afrotech. This did not come up way before, like 5 years before now, but we've seen that now. So I'd say that it's way better than we used to see it before in the past. And it just shows that it would be better if we actually put our minds to it.
Well, Victor, do you see a situation where tech becomes the new crude oil, where we stop talking about oil? And let's look at technology. It's a cleaner form of investment because we're not damaging the environment. So do you see that happening? And if yes, how soon?
So I really don't like the comparison between tech and crude oil. So tech can become the mainstay of the Nigerian economy. Tech can become the mainstay of the African economy, will become in time, with the momentum that we are on. And it's going to happen in the not so distant future, to be fair, because the knowledge economy is being driven very hard. Like, there is a lot of effort being put into educating young people, educating adults to be more tech inclined. So this means that when the knowledge catches on, because the truth is the biggest impediment to technology and its advances in Africa is still ignorance, illiteracy. A lot of people do not know how these things work. So infrastructure is a thing, of course, it's always a thing in Africa, but education is still the problem. So I feel like when the knowledge economy takes hold, when a lot of people have gotten, when these things you talk about, these initiatives to train people have taken a hold, then it will catch on to become the mainstay.
Do you think the education system as it stands now really includes technology right from, you know, the young age? Are we encouraging children to be tech inclined?
Personally, I don't think the education system in Nigeria is doing that. I would have loved to see more of it, but personally, I don't think it is. But you know, that's the thing. Third parties have actually come together to say, okay, we actually need to include tech in our educational system. So that's a good thing for me. I mean, if I were to say it, I'd say we should actually integrate coding, things like coding, things that kids can actually relate to. So it's not just about saying, okay, programming. We have to bring it to their level. And so imagine if I had the opportunity to know about robotics when I was younger. I would have probably done something, like I would have probably done something in that line. So we need to introduce the girl child to all of this. And so which is why it pains me to see that there's still this gender stereotype with the girl child. You would see in probably in a Nigerian household, the first thing that a parent will buy for a girl child is a Barbie doll, toy house. And they will probably get a guy child, maybe robotic cars and all of that. So we need to change that mindset. And it starts with us as parents, us as, you know, uncles, aunties. Everybody needs to actively make sure that we educate them and we give them an equal playing field. Well, the guys are introduced to tech the same way the girls are. Nobody's having like an advantage over the other. So
definitely awareness is key.
Sure.
But how many female tech role models are there? When you compare them to the male tech role models, like how much awareness is being created in schools, on TV, on radio, that actually support gender inclusion when it comes to tech?
So I think there are a couple. There are not so many, if I were being truthful. But we have a couple of Nigerian women in tech that are doing amazingly well. And like you said, like you rightly said, I think making sure that we have role models is very key. Because if you realize this thing, when as a kid or as a girl child, growing up, you think, oh, it's a guy thing. I'm not supposed to be doing things that are related to guys. I'm supposed to be like girly. I'm supposed to be in this pattern. But if we have role models, and which is why I love this movie called Hidden Figures, because it shows us that you can be a girl and still rock. You can be a girl and do amazingly well in tech. So if we have even the media showing all of these things in the good light and including the girl child, then it will help. So the younger ones that are coming up would see, oh, you know what, I can actually be this girl in this movie. I can actually be that. So I feel that it's not there. We don't have so many, but you know, that's why discussions like this are obviously
here. I give kudos to the Nigerian women in tech. There are not so many Nigerian women in tech because they go extra miles to do this awareness. Like they are involved hands-on. Like I give them a big kudos. I'm always impressed when I see their efforts. They're always there. They turn up with their time, with their resources. So they are putting in a whole lot of effort. And to be fair, I know and I pray this pays off in the long run.